Hey fellow makeup enthusiasts and Pokemon trainers or anyone else who just happened to find this video. Today, since June 6th is Gible Community Day in Pokemon Go, I wanted to film a look based off of Shiny Gible. So here he is on screen. He's just like a little gold and kind of like two different little shades of blue. So I had a lot of fun making this look, and if you're interested, keep on watching. Alright, so we started out with getting our hair out of the way and going in with MAC Painterly paint pot, and I just want to put that all over the lid, get a really good base because today we're using some pretty bright colors, so we need a nice base for them to stick to. Alright, so after we get all of the primer on, we want to go into Colourpop Fade into Hue. This is a really great palette for pigment. If you want a rainbow palette, this is the one. I'm starting off with this light blue shade, Take It Easel, and I'm just kind of like lightly putting it up above the crease. I'm going to use it as sort of like a soft transition shade. Alright, and then once we get that applied, I've got the dark blue shade Iconic. This is really pigmented, so what I like to do with really pigmented colors are to start with small amounts and really build that color up. So you'll see me putting just a little bit on, and I'll just kind of like keep blending it and building that pigment up until I have it the shade that I want. And then I'm just using a clean, fluffy brush and just kind of like blending just a little bit better, going back in with that pigment and reapplying. And for this look, we're going to be doing a cut crease. So I'll show you how I do that here in just a second, because I've got a little trick on how I do it that I think makes it a little easier for me. So I'm going in with this Colourpop Concealer in 02 and this concealer brush. And I like to take a little bit and put it right where your eyelid is, where your eyeliner would go, and look straight up. And then that will show where your eyelid would touch the crease. And then I just like to take that concealer brush and just create the shape there. And if I want it more dramatic, sometimes I'll go even above that line. But for today, I just wanted like a pretty simple look. And then I want to go in with that shade Bonus Points. It's like a matte yellow. And I'm taking a brush and really just packing that pigment onto where my concealer is. And I did the eye look before my face. I think I accidentally cut the clip where I took a little Q-tip and a makeup removing micellar water or whatever that stuff's called, and I used that. Here I'm going with that yellow shimmer Big Smile, and I'm just putting that on there to add a little bit of a shimmer. But anyway, don't worry about the fallout because I'm going with that Q-tip and clean up any of the fallout before we do our foundation. Any bright eye looks, I like to do the eyeshadow before the foundation. And to make a cut crease a little bit more sharp, I like to go in with whatever shade I used on the dark outside, and I've got a Morphe M213 brush, and I like to put a little bit of that pigment there, and that really emphasizes that cut crease just a little bit more. And I noticed when I was blending, so I'm a hairstylist, I'm really into color theory, and I'm gonna put a picture of the color wheel up in just a second, but if you're using blue and yellow, you end up getting green. And I kind of had a feeling that was gonna happen, but I was just overworking those pigments in there, and I don't think it's really started yet. But when you're working with any bright colors, you just want to be aware of what you're working with and what you have a potential to create any unwanted tones. Yeah, so you can see the color wheel here. I think I'm just starting to notice those green tones, and adding more, yeah, see, and adding more at blue and yellow is just making it worse. So sometimes instead of overworking yourself, you want to just stop while you're ahead and just accept it. And then on the other eye, we're just doing the same thing. I've got the concealer, and I'm cutting my cut crease with my concealer brush. And we're going back in with that matte yellow bonus points, and we're just really packing that pigment on there. Gible's got like a really yellow stomach and then a blue rest of his little body, and I just really, when I was looking at Gible as a Pokemon, I was like, this would actually be a really fun look to do, and I think I want to make it a regular series on this channel because that'll give me a place to ramble on about Pokemon and honestly just test my creativity and see how I could turn certain things into makeup looks, because I have a lot of fun with that. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I was trying to edit this video and it was not working in my favor, but all we missed was taking a Q-tip and wiping that fallout and just putting our foundation on. This is the Anastasia Luminous foundation in 110C, and I also moisturized and used a little bit of the e.l.f. putty primer, and now I'm doing my eyebrows with the Anastasia Dip Brow in Chocolate. I like to do them first, and sometimes with bright eyes I do, but they're just a little harder to clean up because you don't want to mess up that eye look. And then I just like to conceal. We've got the same Colourpop Fair 02, and I'm just putting that anywhere where I want to conceal or brighten. And then we're going to go in and contour with the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. And then after you have all of your cream, like your contour, your concealer, all of that done, you want to set it with a face powder. This is still that Jeffree Star one I've been trying to use up. It's almost empty though, and then I can finally toss that thing. And I've got the Flower eyebrow powder. Sometimes I do go back in and darken up my brows just a little bit. I like to use both the dip brow to shape and the powder to kind of like darken them up and add a little bit more pigment to them. Alright, and then under the eye, after you've done with the powder, I'm going back in with that light blue Take It Easel, and I'm just kind of like softly blending that in. And then with an angled brush, I'm going back in with that dark blue shade Iconic. And then this is just a little Seraphine blush. And I'm going in with the Colourpop Flexitarian and adding a little pop of highlight under the brow. If you guys are still watching, leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite Pokemon is. I think I'd have to say that mine is a Alolan Vulpix or maybe Lapras. And I'm going in with Flexitarian, and I like to finger and just put a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. And then I go in with that Real Techniques brush, and I like to put a little highlight, honestly just a little bit everywhere. And then this is the Black Moon Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Gloom. This is so pretty. It's a little bit more warm toned than I would normally reach for, but with such a cool toned eye look, I felt like this really complemented it. And you guys should check out Black Moon Cosmetics because their lipsticks are so long lasting. I don't have any problems like when I eat or even wearing a face mask. They don't budge or anything, and they have a pretty decent range of colors to pick from. So once I'm satisfied with the lip shape, the doe foot's pretty easy to apply, but I still like to get it nice and clean. And once I'm done with lips, I'm going in with this NYX Epic Ink Liner and just doing a little bit of a eyeliner look. I did it a little bit thinner than I normally would because I didn't want to cover up too much of the eyeshadow, but honestly, looking at it, I think I could have gone thicker. But it really depends on your eye shape too. I've got pretty hooded eyes, so it's hard to get your eyeliner in and still be able to see it. And then these are the Colourpop lashes in the style Bay, and I think these have come to be some of my favorite lashes now. I really like the length, and they're so comfortable and lightweight and easy to put on. Alright, and that's it for this video. I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and if you do play Pokemon, I hope you go out and catch a ton of shiny Gibles this community day, because I know I'm gonna try. Alright, thank you again for watching. Have a great day.